Aloha, this is Hipfig's visit to the Kona Coffee Living History Farm located on the island of Hawaii, also known as the Big Island, in the U.S. state of Hawaii. In this Kona Coffee Living History Farm travel guide, you'll find directions, tickets, and hours of operation info, and things to see at this Kona Coffee Farm. Everything shared on this video is based from our own experience from our visit to the Kona Coffee Living History Farm on this Hawaiian island in Hawaii. Welcome to Hipfig Travel Guides. If you're a travel enthusiast, then subscribe and click on the bell to get regular updates. This is Hipfig's Big Island Hawaii Travel Guide series. Welcome to the Kona Coffee Living History Farm travel guide for visitors to the Big Island of Hawaii. Walk into the footsteps of Japanese immigrants, one of Kona Coffee's pioneers during the early 20th century, and discover the magic of Kona Coffee. The Kona Coffee Living History Farm is located about 12 miles north from Kailua, Kona at 82-6199 Hawaiian Belt Road in the Captain Cook area. We drove on the Hawaiian Belt Road from Kailua, Kona. If you're driving from Kailua, Kona, then take Highway 11, the Hawaiian Belt Road, which turns into South Kona Belt Road. The Kona Coffee Living History Farm is located on the right-hand side. You'll first pass a small town, and then the winding roads lead to expansive views of the Pacific Ocean. There are signs for the Kona Coffee Living History Farm Museum. However, you can be easily missed, so make sure you use your GPS. Parking is free, but limited. When we arrived in the morning on a weekday, the parking was almost full, but we got the last spot. People are usually coming in and out, so parking is usually not a problem. The Kona Coffee Living History Farm is open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. We almost missed visiting here because we felt that it might be a tourist trap, but after a little research, we discovered that it's run by a historical society, and the allure of Kona Coffee was more than I can resist. Often, coffee is labeled Kona coffee, but really it contains only 10% or less of the real thing. 100% pure Kona coffee is light and nutty with a tinge of fruity acidity, and it's a delight for any coffee drinker. But it's also very expensive because it's exclusively grown in North and South Kona by small and big farmers. The high elevation of the Kona area with rain, rich volcanic soil, and warm climates creates an ideal environment that this unique Hawaiian coffee bean loves. After we parked our car, we walked to the entrance shack. Here there are restrooms, a small store, and of course free samples of the black liquid gold that is 100% Kona coffee. By the way, the only public restroom at this Kona Coffee Farm is located here. This is where we paid our entrance fee, and our free cup of 100% coffee was distributed. The admission fee is $15 per adult, discounted for Hawaiian residents, and $5 for students when we visited. The Kona Coffee Living History Farm is the only living history coffee farm in the United States. We were provided a map of the farm and began our self-guided tour of this historic farm. The farm was originally owned by the Uchida family, a Japanese immigrant family from Japan, and owned from 1925 to 1945. We walked to the main feature of this Kona Coffee Living History Farm, to the homestead and the mill. At the mill, a volunteer talked story about how the farmer and his family learned to pick coffee, and then showed how it was processed in the kariba or mill and dried on the hoshidana drying platform. I was really impressed by the moving roof of the hoshidana. It is amazing how people without electricity in the 1920s were so smart and inventive. Necessity is truly the mother of invention. We continued into the homestead. We removed our shoes to walk on the tatami mats, which were placed throughout the house. Tatami is a traditional Japanese flooring material tightly woven from long dried grass. As we entered the house, we were greeted in Japanese by a volunteer who was running a Japanese calligraphy demonstration. Volunteers try to help the stories of this place and time come to life by costumes, demonstrations of traditional crafts, agricultural activities, and the everyday tasks of people from the past. My favorite room was the bedroom in the back, where there was a fantastic view of the ocean. We ran into another volunteer in the kitchen who told us about how the Uchitas started a fire to cook rice and made food in the kitchen. They showed us typical lunches like mushubi for the farmer's lunch. Mushubi is like a rice sandwich with a pickled vegetable, but after World War II, when Spam was introduced by the Army to Hawaii, the invention of the very popular Spam mushubi was created. After our visit to the homestead, we continued to the gardens. We saw all sorts of fruit like papaya, bananas, and pineapples being grown here, along with coffee, of course, and vegetables. If you decide to walk in this area, please wear bug spray. There's lots of mosquitoes, even in the hot sun. Did you know that in 1892, Herman Weidman introduced the Guatemalan coffee variety to Hawaii from Guatemala, which were the original seeds for Kona coffee? Who would have believed that these small berries, when roasted just right, make my morning every day? There are many macadamia trees on this farm as well, which was introduced to Hawaii from Australia. This is also another major export from the island of Hawaii. We were given the opportunity to crush the macadamia nuts using a stone, but then once you crushed it, you had to beat the chickens to get to the nut. Farming may look different in Hawaii, but that farmer spirit of invention and hard work is still the same. The farm grounds, home, and volunteers really do make this lovely farm a place to visit to understand this region's historical and cultural past and present. Annually, they also have the Farm Fest at the Kona Coffee Living History Farm. The public's invited to attend this free community event. Please check on their website for details. Take your time and enjoy this beautiful place. It will take an hour or more depending on your interests and activities offered at the time you visit. Happy travels! Go to hipfig.com for more information, or go to our Hipfig travel channel on YouTube and be sure to subscribe for regular updates.